initially, so today's session is about data science with Python. So how can we proceed the data analysis, data visualization, data science thing with Python? So these are my contents. Today's content. Let me share my screen. So these are the different contents. So introduction to Python, why Python for data science, and how to install run Python for different OS, and some basic data structures of Python and some basic analysis. How can we do it with the Python? So let's move on to the introduction section about Python. So Python, why we need Python, and what are all the what is there in the Python, and how it is different than compared to other softwares and all. See, Python is nowadays is a very widely used popular software in the field of data science and in the field of data visualization, or in the field of automating the things in the field of AI. Everywhere it is very popular. So in 15 years earlier, it was not like that, because Python was using only for the purpose of making software development and all. So since 5 years, the Python means Python has created some Python group created some libraries for data science. So now means now it is one of the top one data science software, and compared to other software, so it has now it beats the R also. So this is about introduction about Python. So is means then so why we need Python? So Python, why we need Python for data science? Because Python is open source software, and you can install anywhere, and it awesome online community. So compared to any other software, so Python having very good online community, means you can get information, means you can get a very good sources through online, and very good support. And there are some websites who can help you through installing Python and all. So you can Google it and you can identify those things, so you can get an online community support. And it is compared to other software, it is very easy to write any coding. And it is one of the best tool for web based analytics programs. Like if you want to do email or what should I say, email survey and all, automating the email survey, automating the another means the things what you want to do automate using AI model or anything. So Python will be the top one software in the market. So please let me know if you have any doubt in between that. So Python having two different version. One is Python 2.7, another one is 3.6. So what is the difference between Python 2.7 and Python 3.6? So which one is best for us to use start learning Python? So I recommend the people who are beginners to the Python. So 3.6 is one of the best, because see Python 2.7 started in earlier of 2000, so means more than 15 years. So at the time it was very good community support for to Python 2.7, and some of features having better than the 3.6. But means after 5 to 6 years, so there won't be a community support for 2.7. So if you start learning 2.7 from onwards, so it won't be a, good option as per my understanding. So my recommendation is for Python 3.6. So you can go for that, and it is, and Python compared to Python 2.7, Python 3.6 very cleaner and very faster, and there are some coding difference, little coding difference. So I will explain those things. What is the difference while writing code for 2.7 and 3 points? And means in future you can get the support for Python 3.6. Link go Python. See, I request everyone, if you want to ask any question, please unmute your mic and ask me, because I cannot open message every time and answer those questions. That's why. I hope you understand. So the main thing, how to install and run the software. So how to download Python. So if you go to Google, there are different platform to use Python. One is Anaconda, one is IDLE, and one is Jupyter Notebook, and different platforms are there to write a Python code. So if you go and click on Anaconda, so you will get the link, this one. So if you go to Anaconda, so there are different versions you can see there. So Python 3.6 and Python 2.7. So as I told you that Python 3.6 is a means a new one, so you can go download it. Or else, if you want to check others, so you can, if you want to download ideally. So this is one another Python platform, so where you can write coding. So this is also there, and one more, Python adult. So this is also there. So you can download whichever is comfortable to you. So I recommend the people that need to use.
Santosh, any of these three?
Pardon? Hello. Hello. Can you repeat my question? Hello.
Question is that any pros and cons of these three different platforms for the Python, and which one should we use? Which is the broadly used within the companies,
Uh,
with various companies in India?
Okay, so it's not only meant of company using, so it depends on how you are good at the coding part. So if you are good at coding part, you can use the Python ideally. See, most of the means it depends on the people how they want to write a coding. So if you want to write a coding with the easiest way, in Anaconda there is Jupyter Notebook is there, and Spider is there. Spider is like a RStudio. Jupyter is a new version of Python. So Jupyter will give the coding as well as the input and output in the same page only. So once I move to the coding part, so I think you can understand what is the difference. And if you come to ideally having two different windows. So there you can write the code in write editing window. So then you can move on to the output window separately. So that is ideally is very good for doing automation and all. So if you want to do automation with the Jupyter Notebook, I felt sometime it's not good, but it depends on your thought, means how you want, and on what basis you can use those things. Is it clear? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
thank you, thank you.
Yeah. So so this is how about download the Python and installation. So let's move on to the next. So the in Python, how to do the arithmetic operators means when you are learning any software like R, SAS or anything. So the basic functions are very important to understand. So if you understand the basic concepts of the particular software, so you can proceed for the further things. So you need to understand the base of the software. So this is about the arithmetic operators, how to do addition, subtraction, multiplication, and all. So I will show these things in a Jupyter Notebook. So once you install the software, so if you click on here, you will get the Anaconda prompt. If you write Anaconda, so Anaconda Navigator, you can see over here. So if you click on that, it will display all the options where you can utilize the Python, where you can work on Python. So I directly go to Jupyter Notebook. So if I click on Jupyter, so this will be the symbol. So this will be the symbol it will open. So it will display in your default library. So this is about my library, which is in the online uh, Python classes. So I have created one group, that is Python class. So I have written one code. So you can see everything here. Suppose if you want to create, so you can click on that. If you want to create a folder, so you can use this option. So let's move on to the new one. So if you click on the new, so it will come. So whatever the coding if you want to write, you can write it from here. For example, if you want to create some option 10, so you want to print, so it will print, means you will get the input and output in the same window only. If you consider the Python 2.7, so every time you need to write Python of print of that particular x. Here also it will work in Python 2.7. This is the demerit, you need to write print of, means if you give anything you need to write a print of that particular variable you want to print, so then only it will print. But here it is not like that. In Python 3.6 you can directly print using the same variable name. So let's move on to some basic coding. So I have written some codings here. So basic coding of Python for the beginners. So here you can see different code, markdown, NB convert and heading. So if you want to make it a particular words sentence has a heading, so if you click on that heading, it will be become a heading. So let's move on to the initial thing, addition. So when you want to run a program in Python Jupyter, you need to use shift enter. If you want to run this program, you need to use shift enter. If you use control enter, so it will just execute the cell and it won't give the option to move on to the next coding part. So let me show you. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, Santosh.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
Santosh.
Okay. Thank you. So if I want to run this, so I have written 10 plus 4 means it will give the output. So if anyone doesn't don't want to speak, please go on mute. It will be giving disturbance. Hello. So let me run this program. So if I want to run this program, so I'll just click on shift enter, so it will give the output. So don't think about this input IN92 is there. So it just counting how many times you are running a code. So don't think about that. So whatever the output Vinod, it will display here only. So in this part. So this is the matter. So this doesn't matter in the while writing any code in Jupyter Notebook. So if I click on enter, so it will give the total addition value of that particular uh, operating. So if I want to do subtraction, so just click on that, so it will display over here. So like that you can do it for multiplication, so different things. So let's move on to the Python this thing. So you can see the different operators and how, if you want to do modulus, so you can use this operator, percentage operator, and you can get it. If you want to do If you want to do a power of, means if you want to check what is a 10 square, so you need to use double star. So single star is for the multiplication and double star is for asterisk for the power. So if you want to check the floor, so you can use this double backward slash. So this is about different arithmetic operators which is in the uh, Python. So you can check this. Suppose you want to check, so if you run this code, so it will give 3.0. So you don't want this 3.0, you don't want the digit after the particular. So if you give round of that particular, okay, so it converted as markdown, so I need to keep it as code, so it will give the 3. So let's go back to the PPT. So this is all about how we can do the arithmetic operators with Python. So let's move on to logical operators. Logical operators, nothing but greater than, less than, so greater than or equal to, not equal to, equal to. So different logical operators we need to use when the conditions comes to using those things. So suppose if the person having you want to check whether that person is having senior than this guy and all. So that time logical operators will help you to identify the particular logic things. So let me show you those things here. So let's start. So this is the code. You can here only you can write the theory as well as the coding part. So this is comes as markdown. You can see. So if you want to convert this as a heading, so if you click on this and if you give the enter, so it will create a heading. If you want to convert this back to some coding or something, you just select here, make it code. So it will become a code. So there is a difference. So if you convert it as markdown and heading, so automatically the shape of that particular line will be changed. So let's move on to some coding part. So I have assigned x equal to 10, y equal to 4. So if I want to do x plus y, so it will give like that. So in that particular sentence, so you need to give some theory before the answers. For example, uh, while writing something, what is your name? So you will give that my name is some particular thing. So that so if you want to give answer like that, so you can use print of that 10 plus 4 is x plus y, whatever the operator you want to do here. So if you give, so it will print. So you can see the output. So 10 plus 4 is 14. So it will give the clear picture of that particular coding part. So if I want to write like this, so I have a gen 36 for A and 12 for B. So if I want to print this, so automatically it will print 36 divided by 12 is 3.0. So if you want to convert this as round, so you can give round here. So it will convert it as 3 only. See, you can get the answer 3. Earlier it was 3.0, so now it is given 3. So if you want to do the same thing for the modulus, so you can give it the same thing. So let's move on to some assignment operators. So if you want to do, you can do the addition subtraction in a different way using assignment operators in Python. So you can, as you can see, x equal to 10, y equal to 20. I have written x plus equal to y. So I have written like this. So if you have doubt, let me add one more. So I will add x equal to 10 and y equal to 20. So this is like this, x plus y. So you can get the answer here. It is showing 30. Here also it will display the 30. So this is the way. I mean, this is the way of writing assignment operators in Python. So instead of writing x equal to x plus y, you can use x plus equal to y. So it will consider as x equal to x plus y. So like that, if you want to do subtraction, you can do the same way. So for addition, division, so it will do the same thing. So if you don't want to this thing, so you can write it in like this way only. So let's come to the logical operator. So I have assigned a value 20 for the variable x. So I need to check whether x greater than 30 and x is less than 30, means I am giving the limit, upper and lower limit here. So if it is true, then it will give the true. If it is no false, then it will give the false. So obviously this 20 is not greater than 30. So it is less than, it is not equal to, it is not less than 20. So if I enter it, it will give false. If I give here equal to, so obviously it will true. Yeah, let me change it. It will run 20. Let me add cell below. If you want to add
So that is
more cell,
AND operator. If you say OR, it will come.
pardon?
I think
That
if you use
AND
OR operator, then it will
OR
work.
operator, it will work in the above
Yes,
case.
Right.
It is
yes,
AND
Instead of
operator.
and, you
yes,
can use
yes,
or.
yeah, yes. So let me write that only. R equal to x greater than 30 equal to 20. So it will give true. So like that, you can do it for the different operators. So here if you want to give, if you want to check the equality of two variable, you need to use you should use double equal. If you use one equal, so it considers as assigning the particular value for the variable. If you give double equal, so it will consider that you are going to do a equalism between two different variables. So if you want to check not equal to y, so you have done that 20 and 10 are equal. If you want to if you want to check that whether these two are equal or not, so you can do this, so it will give true. Yes, they are not equal. They are not equal. Obviously 10, 20 and 10 are not equal. So I think you can do the different logical operators. So yes, I will share this coding and all. So I think it will be the basic thing. So this is enough to explain about the basic concepts. So let's move on to the PPT and last start the main thing. So whenever we speak about any softwares, so yes, please. Hello, hello. Any doubt?
No, no doubt.
Okay. Okay. So, whenever we speaking about any software, in every programming language, so it's very important to understand as that how that particular data structure, how can we proceed for the writing the basic data structure of that particular program. So, like in R, you can see the matrix, vector, those things. Those are the data structure of R. So, like we have four different data structure in Python, and in every packages there are different data structures, but these are the basic data structures of Python. So it has four different data structures. One is list, strings, tuples, and dictionary. So when we talk about list, it is just a versatile data structure. Once you can write any code in between the square bracket with the help of separating the comma. So as you can see here, so you can modify this list. Suppose if you want to change this, suppose if you want to put 80 in the place of 4, So you can do that. You can do any changes, and it is mutable and individual element and particular any kind of list. You can change or you can do alter whatever you can do it in the particular list. So let's go to the photo. Yeah, so we'll explain. So I have created one variable here. You can see x equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to print this. So it will be display with the square bracket with the comma separated. So individual element of a list can be accessed by writing the index number in square bracket. Suppose you want to check what will be the first variable in my list. What is the second variable? So if you give the index value in the bracket, it will display. And in Python, you need to understand this. It starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not start from 1. So this first variable it considered as zero stage, and this is first stage, and this is second stage, like that. So if I print x0, so it will display 1, because in the zeroth place this 1 value is there, so that's why it's printing the 1 value over there. So if I want to print a fourth value, so you can give x4, so the fourth value will be 5. So the same way, if you want to print in the written way, means last to first, that is also available using the minus value and the particular index number, sorry, index number. So you can write it, so x minus 1, so from last it is this value. So if you get a question that why shouldn't be a minus 0, so I think there is no value, there is no number like minus 0, so there is only 0 is 0 only. So but for 1 and 2, so there is minus 1, minus 2, so that's why it's printing from the last first variable when I give the index number x minus 1. So like that, for x minus 2 it will display the background. Suppose you have a complete list. You want to print the whatever the particular part you want to print. So let's take. I want to print that 2 to 4. So whatever the values comes the index number of 2 to 4. It will create a separate list. So if I run this, so it will give 3 comma 4 in the place of 2 and 3, 2 and 4. So this is the 3 comma 4 after 2 and before 4. So 3 comma 4 is in the values which are comes under the this index number. So you want to print, suppose if you want to print the observations overall before third stage or third index number, means 0, 1, 2, 3. So it will print the 0, 1, 2. So let's see this 1, 2, 3. So it is 1, 2, 3. So 0, this is a 0 stage, 1 stage, second, this that. So it won't print that particular stage whatever you gave. So it gives a before that. It will print the station like that. So this is about how to uh, do the list using different functions. So the same as it is, you can do the initial 3 observations and after 3 observations. So it will give the overall list values, whatever the value you want to print. So suppose if I want to add one, so if I want to in the state in place of 8, I want to add the value of 56. How to add it? So you just give the index number with bracket equal to whatever the observations you want to give. It will add it over there. So you can see the option is 56 in the place of 8. So 56 is replaced. So this is about list, how to create list and how to do the uh, analysis with list function.
Hi, Santosh.
Yes,
Can I ask a question?
yes,
Yeah. So you added value 56 in position of second, right? In y
yeah,
string.
yeah,
So can we add in like here you passed the position, right? Y and then you gave the position. But can we add direct one value in the last position directly? So like without passing the position.
No, no, no. You need to give directly the position without giving index value. You won't be add any observation in the list. You need to give the index
Okay,
number.
okay.
Yeah.
So for every values which we want to add in a, like string, we need to give like the position as well, right?
Yeah. You need to
Okay.
give
Thanks.
that. Yeah. So if you want to give,
Thank.
yeah. So suppose instead of this,
Thank.
okay. So let's insert the same. Suppose if you want to give the same value with second index number, so you want to give some string value. So you can give that using this. So it will replace with the string. So this is how you can replace support y moments. You can think that y is speaking for only the second. So you can give it this for the fifth also. You can give whatever the wherever you want to replace the values. So this is about the list. So let's move on to the string values. So as you know, string is it's a character
As
variable.
an
So, yes, please.
I wanted to ask a question on that array thing. So you added while adding a number to the array, you just replaced another number from the array, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But if I want, I do not want to replace a value. Instead, I want to add another value, another length to the array. How to do that?
You want to check length or what? I didn't get your
So
question.
I want to add one more value to the array, like without replacing any existing items.
Okay. So if you want to add new observation in the list, that you need to import pandas. Then you can use the concatenate over there, and it will add the observation. So that will comes under the NumPy
Okay,
and
thank you.
pandas package. So that I will come in the later. This is the basic structure which I am going to explain.
Yeah, got
Yeah,
it.
it's
Thank
clear.
you.
Yeah.
Yes.
Santosh, I think we can add the values by writing y plus then square brackets.
Okay.
Just write plus
Okay. Let me try. Y.
y plus and start the square brackets and write any value,
Okay. Let
comma
me.
something.
Okay.
So just print it.
Let me try. Yeah, it's
Yes,
taken.
so values are added.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I think
No problem.
this we can do. I think I have installed Panda. So in idler, if you write the same code in Jupyter Spider, so it won't consider because there you need to install the package of pandas or numpy. Okay, so let's move on to the string. So string is nothing but a yes, we can use the append function. So for using append function, you need to import the pandas package. So string is a character variable, so you can use a single inverted, double or triple inverted comma. So we can do the enclosement of different character variable. So it will store in the doc string. So this is a Python's way of documenting the function. So so based on this, so it will consider the triple inverted commas in the coding part. So this is a example for the how to write a string. So let me show this in the coding part so you can understand. So I have the variable name Python. So I have to assign a variable. I have to assign a value that hello. How to add this into Python? So if you write like this, so it will print the hello, which is in the variable name of Python. Suppose if you want to check the first letter in the word, in the particular word, so you can use this and you can print the first uh, uh, letter of that particular string variable. So if you want to check the length of the particular variable, so you can use this and you can identify the length of the Python. So what is the length of that particular word, particular letter? So you can identify. So if you want to add the one word with another word, so you can use the plus function, so you can add this. So it will add hello word. So if you want to give comma something in between that, you can use this and you can print it. It will give the hello comma print. So it will print the whole thing. So if you want to add instead of hello, you want to add hi. So how to change this using the particular index number? If you give this thing, so asterisk, so it will consider means after this whatever the value, so instead of that it will print this. So if I print this, it will show this string object doesn't support team assignment, so it won't support this. So when you consider the string value, so you can't do like that, but you can do the same thing for list, but you can't do it for the string variable. So it won't support. So for making this support, so you need to use pandas package. So we will explain those things in the when we move to the pandas package. So the next one is about tuples. So this is number of ones without any square bracket. You can create a array, like a, yeah, you can say array. It has different means you can create with a numeric values. So it is immutable and you can't add any. You cannot change anything from once you created the tuple. So this is about this is how the structure it is. So if you go to tuples, so this is the uh, my tuple I have create. I'm going to create. So if you check this, okay, let's print the tuple. So it will come with a parenthesis. So if you want to check what is the second string in that, so it will display this. Suppose instead of that, instead place of this variable, if I want to change it, so it won't support. So it will give tuple object does not support item assignments. Means you can't do any changes once you created the tuples. But in list you can change, you can do alternate, and you can do whatever the things you want to do. But in tuple you can't do anything once you create it. So suppose if you want to Suppose if you want to add my tuple plus some values, 0, 2, 3, it won't support concatenate. So you need to use this list, then only it will work. So in tuple you cannot do any changes. It's completely a fixed one. So let's go to dictionary. So dictionary, like you can do
Hi,
changes.
Shashi. Hi, hello.
Yeah, hello, please.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
When do we use tuples? In which scenario? And when should be different from list?
Okay, so when you want to do some any for example, you want to create some variable where you should means you don't want to do any changes in that variable once you created. So that time
Okay.
you can use a tuple. And if you want to do means if you think that you want to do changes in future, so you can create a list. So there is just a little bit difference, that if you create a particular array within the square bracket, it considers automatically as a list. If you create open without any bracket anything, so it will automatically consider tuples by the means based on the Python backend coding. Is it clear?
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you.
Yeah. So let's understand the dictionary with the coding part. So it will be giving clear idea what is dictionary. So I want to create some colors with the different coding with along coding. So this is dictionary. You should use the flower bracket when you are creating dictionary. So you can create tuples inside the dictionary, but it cannot create dictionary inside the tuple. So this is once you write the coding like this, so it will print the dictionary value. So you want to change the key variable of that particular color, you can assign the key variable and it will print it. Now you can see this value has been changed. Earlier it was 2356, now I changed 6739. So you can do changes like that. So, and if you want to check what are the key variables in my dictionary, you can using this, you can do the changes like dictionary red or blue, green, zero. So these are the different key variables which I can see from the particular dictionary. So if you consider to means if you consider you are using 2.7, you need to use the key variable like this. So then it will print like this way. So this is about the dictionary and all. So let's move on to the PPT.
Santosh,
Yes,
hello.
yeah.
Santosh, so can we do one thing like can we pass the like a number to the key in dictionary?
In dictionary.
Means like suppose that if you wanted to pass any number to the like blue or green, so can you
Okay.
do?
So okay, let me write what you want. So is it right what I'm writing? You want to in place of 6739, you want to give some character, right?
Yeah, right.
Right. Okay. So yellow is not there. I will give that. Let's print it. Let me. So we can print it. It changes yellow. Is it clear?
Uh, yeah, means Santosh, I'm telling that I want to assign the value yellow to that number in a reverse way. Whatever you have given in 145 line, in the
Yeah.
reverse way, I am asking in the dictionary. Can we do?
The reverse way. Reverse way
Yeah, reverse way.
in the sense this in the red in the place of red you want to do
Number. Yeah,
number. This is what I
yeah,
did.
right.
So this is what I did here. You can see here dictionary red equal
Okay,
to
okay, okay,
6.
okay.
Okay. So
Okay,
you
thank you.
can do both the way. So if you giving key variable value, you can change the values, or else you're giving the value, you can change the key variable.
Okay, Santosh, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So let's move on to the functions. So functions, nothing but it is a user defined. The user defined functions means you need to customize for your requirements. Suppose you have variable, you need to identify. You have 120 variable. You need to identify the particular function, that covariance of that particular variable. So you need to means as of now we know that using covariance of function you can do it, but for in some instance if you couldn't find the defaulted variable, defaulted functions, so you can create using the function of option which is available in the Python. In this option is available in R also, so as we can create from here also. So while creating a function, so these are the different rules you need to follow. So first it should start with the def function. Def is a by default keyword. so which is in the Python. So and then you can write the name and you need to use in the parenthesis and starts with this and end with the particular keyword what you want to do. So let me show it in so this is the function what I have created. So I want to check the sum function of two different values or two observation values. So it should give the result like this. So if this is true, it will give the result, otherwise it won't give the result. So let me check this. So I have created a function, so it's run here. If it is your coding is not run, this number will not be displayed. So now let's click it. So it's doing the sum function, whatever the function I have created here, it's doing the same thing. So in the in that particular variable, if you don't have values, so by default it will consider that particular variable having zero values. So here if I consider, I have created the function, so I want to check the sum of that particular function. If you give that variable, it will display because 12 plus 0 is obviously equal to 0, so that's why it's considering that particular function showing the particular one variable name. So if I want to create for mean function, so you have different observations, you want to check the mean. So if you click on, if you create like this and print the observations, so it will print it. Suppose you don't want to the integers, you can use a round function, so it will print the round 90. So they will give the round figure. This is the average of this particular the whole observations. This is how we can do the functions. And let's go back to the PPT. So let me explain the loop function. So I think yeah. So loop function, which is useful for the making the work easy and whatever the work we have to do repeatedly. So it will means it will make us the easiest way to get that answer. So suppose I have a variable called state. So this is the different observation which I assign in that particular variable. So if I print this, so it will print. So instead of suppose instead of this, if I have n number of that, but I want that particular thing. So if you want to print, you can use the for loop and you can print those things. So it will print the whatever the variable are there in that particular variable particular loop function. So this is if else conditions. So it is same as in the R also. So here, if you assign some value to the k, so if that k plus 5 equal to 40, then print equal to 40. Or else shouldn't print, means not equal to. You should print not equal to. So obviously it is equal to 40, so that's why it's going to print equal to only. So apart from this, we need to understand the popular packages which are available in Python and doing visualization. So in the coming session, I'm going to speak about NumPy, Pandas. So these two packages are the very important and playing vital role while doing any kind of analysis in Python. So if you compare with R, so for doing everything, you need to install means you need to install the packages continuously. So there is no means if you want to do some if you want to check VF function, you need to install VF package. So for each and everything you need to install the package in R. But in Python, if you install NumPy and Pandas, these two packages will do the work up to 70%. So remaining 30% you need to use different packages. So I have let me explain about the package, each and every package. So the basic package is NumPy. So this is mainly useful for doing any kind of calculation, whatever the whatever the calculation we need to do in advance. For example, if you want to create array, once you created, you want to add the array. So how to create array and how to add the arrays, how to do multiplication with array, and how to concatenate, how to how to do reshaping, how to do transforming. Everything related to numerical computing will comes under the NumPy package. And if you go to if you talk about pandas, this is one of the important and one of the best package ever seen in the Python. So it is doing everything, whatever the basic thing means, the data cleaning, data manipulating, data transferring, data wrangling. So everything, most of the work means most of the 50% of work we can do it with the pandas. So it is doing everything for. Okay, so let me explain that. So once I finish this package, so I will explain how to delete and how to add those things. So and this is about NumPy and pandas. So in sci-fi, this is completely for doing mathematical and scientific means. If you want to do calculus, if you want to do integration or boolean, some other mathematical functions, so you can use the sci-fi. So it is science Python, scientifical Python in the complete abbreviation. So they use sci-fi. So this is numeric Python. So they will call us NumPy. So and Matplotlib. So this is one of the best package for doing data visualization. Means making different kind of graphs. So we can use it Matplotlib. So you can do using this Matplotlib, you can do the mapping, everything. Means mapping. In the sense you can create a live map for the based on the data which you have using the using Google API or something, so you can create a,
So,
visualization.
so, so is it like to Plotly library in R? Is it similar to that?
Yes, yes. In Plotly, yes, yeah.
Okay,
But
okay, fine.
Plotly having some drawbacks compared to Matplotlib. So in Matplotlib, you can do different means more than what Plotly is doing. You can do the visual more than the more visualization compared to Plotly. So I will
Okay,
explain once I
okay.
come to the once I come to that particular package. So I will explain the means I will give each and means how each package is working. So in the next coming session, I will explain about Matplotlib also. So first
Sure.
we will go with the NumPy and pandas, then I will talk about SciPy, Matplotlib, and one more package is there, that is Seaborn. That is also useful for the data visualization. So most of the
Okay,
basic
great.
charts and graphs we can do it with the Seaborn, and this will give some advanced data visualization. So that's why I have considered the
Mhm,
Matplotlib. So and
mhm.
scikit-learn, I think
And
yes, please. Yeah,
yeah, so
please.
can I ask like one more question out of from this? So
Okay.
like if you know, then like in R we extract the model in RDS and RDA format, right?
Yeah.
So and also like we use like Shiny for dashboard designing. So can we do same thing in Python?
Yes, we can do
Because
it.
I'm very new. Like, yeah, yes, please.
Yeah, we can do it with the package with scikit-learning. Okay, so in scikit-learning and
Okay.
pandas, we can do those
Mhm.
things. Yeah, so these three
Okay.
packages.
And
Yes,
one
yes,
more
yes.
question, please. So basically, I'm facing right now problem in R that I can't process data in batch. Basically, like for a single response, we can make a shiny dashboard and all. But I'm facing problem to designing such a dashboard where I can process the data in batch, basically, like around 6,000 rows and all. So that's the thing that I can't do in R, but someone suggested me that in Python you can do. So do you have idea about this?
Yes, so if you want to do that, so my suggestion
Mhm.
is go for the ideally Python. Okay, so don't go for the no,
Ideally Python.
yeah, ideally. So if you click on ideally, so it will
Mhm.
directly goes to the particular website. So you can download it from there. So that will give
Okay.
the easiest way to do automating things. So whenever we
Yes,
are
that's yeah, automation like somehow we can manage, but main thing is that how to like integrate our machine learning model, regression model, and all. Because regression model in statistical point of view we can do because we have like coefficients and also that we can easily design like a predictive model. But main problem I am facing with machine learning model like with random forest and so SVM and all. So that's the thing that I want to like learn how to like we can develop such a tool.
okay, that things will comes under the scikit learning. So I think you will be
Okay,
clear
sure,
once
sure.
you move to that topic. Coming weekend, so I will speak about this. So then I think your doubt will be clear. So you can ask questions
Sure,
in
sure.
that time. Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, thanks,
Yeah.
thanks,
Welcome.
thanks.
So scikit-learn is very much useful for doing machine learning tactics like logistic or random forest or any other thing. So you can easily do it with the scikit-learn. So scikit-learn is one of the most used package in the current industry. So and next is stats models. So this is for the statistical analysis. So you can use it for the to do the basic statistics and advanced statistics. And Panda SQL, it is for the running SQL queries in Python. So it is very much useful the person who are working with SQL. And if you want to run the same pattern, same coding in Python, so and if you want to do automate the things using SQL query in Python, so this will be the one of the best packages to do those things. So this is about all about today's session. So I hope everyone understood whatever the concept I have explained. So yeah, if you have
Yes,
any questions.
Santosh. One more thing. Would you also be explaining like some of the users are new learners, and we are using some of the IDs like Spider or PyCharm or something. So you would also explain how to install or import these packages.
Okay, yeah, this is the main thing I was about to explain, but due to some issue, due to some the thing I forgot. Okay, let me explain those things. So suppose once you install the package, once you install the Anaconda, so suppose if every time you need to go through the CMD and you need to install from there only. In R, what we are doing, we are giving install.packages and whatever the package name, if you give it automatically uh, install the package over there. But in Python, it's not like that. If you install Anaconda, so let me explain about Anaconda because I am working on Anaconda. So go to Anaconda navigator. So click on the right button, open the file location. So there you need to check the uh, let me share this. Where is the script? Select this path. Script is there. You need to copy this path and again go to CMD. So click on this. So CD space paste that location. Shit, let me copy it again. It's not copying. Sorry, there is some issue with this. I think it is not copying the things.
Just right click there. Don't do Control C.
Okay, thank you. So if you click on that, so next you can give pip install whatever the package name you want to install. If you want to install NumPy, so you give automatically it will do the installation. If you want to do uninstallation, you can do pip dot uninstall. It will automate. So it says that automatic means already I have the package in my this thing. So if you
Right.
yeah, so if you want to
Right.
do uninstall the package, you can give uninstall package name. So it will do the uninstallation. If you want to check the list of the packages which you installed in your system, so if you click, so it will give what are the different packages installed in your system. So you can see here, so these are the different packages which I have. So these are comes under by default when you install Anaconda. If you install ideally or other packages, so you this won't become. So you need to install every time. So that's why who are starting the Python means who are all beginners of Python. So I suggest to go for Jupyter Notebook in Anaconda. So this is about how to install package and how to uninstall package. Any doubt?
Thank you, Santosh. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
really great of you. Thank you.
Yeah, so I will share the
Hello, Santosh.
screen. Yes. Hello.
Can we install packages in Jupyter Notebook?
Yeah, for you see, if you install using Anaconda Navigator, so it will consider for Jupyter Notebook and as well as the Spider. So let me open that Anaconda Navigation. So which are all the software comes under this? So let it open. So I will show you what are all the different platform available for writing Python code in Anaconda. It's taking little time. So let it open. So there is no need to install separate package for Jupyter Notebook or something. So if you do that also it works. Means it will work. Means using Anaconda, you can install the packages.
So,
It's
Santosh, going forward,
yeah.
hello.
Yes.
So, Santosh, going forward, what should be the best ID we should use for this tutorials?
ID in the
Like
sense.
if we have pre-installed ID in the sense we have like we installed Anaconda, we have Jupyter Notebook, we also have Spider by default installed in it. So, do you prefer using this Anaconda Spider with the
Okay.
going forward tutorials?
So my suggestion is for Jupyter Notebook for the beginners who are all starting the starting stage to learn Python. So go for Jupyter Notebook. Once you means, good at Jupyter Notebook, then you can go for ideally or Python separate Python software is there. So this one. So using this, you can do it that those things. So this will like ideally only this is all. So go
Hi,
for
Okay,
hi
okay.
Santosh.
Jupyter Notebook. Yes, please.
Can we run Python code on TensorFlow and Jupyter Notebook?
Okay, so TensorFlow is another platform where you can write a to Python code to do to minimize the pressure on that particular software which you install, the platform you install. So like in when we install this scikit learning, so like that
Mm-hmm.
TensorFlow is another platform where you can take the Python coding and you can execute the things. So TensorFlow
Can
will be the little advanced one. So for the it will helps to do the modeling part.
okay.
Yeah, it
Can be
is.
integrated in Anaconda?
Pardon?
Can we integrate TensorFlow in Anaconda?
Yes, you can. So you can install, but you can do it. Means
Oh,
that will be a separate platform, like how you are using Jupyter and Spider. So like that, also one of the different platform.
okay.